coming up.
Okay, how do we think it went?
Well, we had Dr. Phil today. Like, on our schedule, it's like...
Sorry, we just had to do Dr.
Yeah, I had to do Dr. Phil today. It was Tuesday,
No
Dr.
big
Phil.
deal.
Vlogging.
Say hi, Leah.
She's like,
I can't go anywhere where I am not having heinies shoved in my face, heinies shoved in my face.
We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe. We just did the Dr. Phil show.
Yes,
The
hell
call was
yes, we
great.
did.
I didn't say anything though.
What'd you think about Mrs. McGraw's outfit?
She is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Totally obsessed with her. Obsessed with
She's
her.
a little tiny doll.
She is.
One of the semi trucks with the cars on it. Yeah. Like the ramp that they use to get the cars on was spinning across the highway. And I hit it going like 70 and it bounced off of her.
How's your chic, slutty look?
I kept riding and I looked and I see the guy run down the
I
highway.
think I did. Okay.
Hello?
Incredible.
I'm gonna bring down Mark and Emily and we're good to go.
I had to play a character. Dressed for the role. I don't know who these people are. We filmed Soul Train here originally, apparently. I'm just repeating everything I hear. Wow. So we did Dr. Phil. Feel good. I did very much enjoy the discourse. It was a very modern conversation. Even the opposition, the super conservative side, she wasn't very Bible Belt. It felt like a 2022 conversation. I don't know how to get out of here.
I would think that. Not
Under a
this
thing?
one.
Okay.
That one.
But yeah. I liked it. I'm leaving. Out that way? Yeah. What else? It's freezing in there. Literally, I've never been so cold in my life. It was cryotherapy.
Teeth chattering.
It was teeth chattering, my bones chattering. Oh.
Where is he taking it?
We can't have that.
You can.
Thank you.
For souvenir, it says
Here.
Leanne Fabian. Spiro
love it.
Stempellis is expecting you. That's
Love it
my
so
friend
much.
who booked Nicole today.
That's our producer friend who got us Dr. Phil. And yeah, I don't know. What else? Anything else? Any shining comments? I just I have a vision of us on camera. I just need the visual of us on camera. The Dr. Phil logo in the corner, like it's so
wait for the
iconic.
screen
I
grab.
cannot wait. The screen grab, so iconic. I can't wait.
I kind of wish I would have spoken up because I thought it was going to be more camera in your face and I would have been nervous, but
Right,
it wasn't at all.
Actually, that's an interesting comment. I noticed I kept making eye contact with a camera. No, I guess that would be a note to myself. In this kind of a format, I don't think it matters so much because Dr. Phil would make direct eye contact when he's talking to the camera. But I noticed it's like a compulsion for me. I couldn't help it. I kept looking into the camera, which
Because you're used to doing that, I guess.
that's true. Because if you're on a reality show, you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
So
The
I was breaking the
posting-
fourth wall and like looking into a camera, but I don't know which camera they'll use for any time I was speaking, so maybe it doesn't matter, but I just noticed. Or I'd be like clapping along with the audience and I'd be like looking into the camera. I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
I found the camera. Yeah. 10 out of 10 though.
I know, that was fun. Worth it for the bit.
Totally worth it for the bit. Iconic. Icon shit only. Yeah. I was Nikki, and there were 2 other Nicoles. Isn't that so weird? Out of a small cast of characters, it's kind of strange that there would be 3 Nicoles. So I was Nikki, which I'm just like, I don't know. I have like an interesting relationship to that being my likeness, to how I'm perceived to people. In some ways, it's nice to have a stage name. Like I really fuck with Nikki Bot because Nicole is me and Nikki Bot is like persona. You know, it's as simple as that. That's like what stage names have been since the dawn of time. I just don't know how I feel about that. Like I wanted to be Nicole, I think. But there were 2 other Nicoles. So cool that I stand out by being Nikki then, I think. So God's plan with that. Just interesting to me. I'm like, I'm not Nikki. I am Nikki if you say it in a certain way. I am Nikki to some people. And I am Nikki if I hear it in a certain way. I'm Nikki as a pet name. And I'm Nikki as a persona. But like, I'm not Nikki. I'm Nicole. Do you feel me? It's kind of complex. All right, I'm gonna take a napperson because we had to be there at 6:45. Good night, Ski. Viewing party.
You told her to kill herself.
Oh my god.
Let's do it.
Iconic theme song.
It's a safe place.
Hasn't changed in 2 decades.
Well, fast forward, and now young women are being kicked off planes and out of Disneyland for choosing outfits that some leave very little.
The Kylie one is a
imagination.
funny look for them to have
But
chosen.
women who choose to show skin say they should not be slut shamed for their empowered.
And the Kim one is funny
choices.
because obviously it's not her nipples.
So is this
It's just big boobs.
another case of telling
It's just
someone
big,
else how to
yeah.
live their- Who decides what is and what is not appropriate? We'll talk about that after the break.
Why was that guy next to me wearing a tux?
That kid?
I think the fashion girlies do dress for the girls in the grade.
Oh my god!
Conflated with empowerment.
You know the commercial break? That's
Being
crazy.
able to dress
Sick!
naked is being viewed
Your
as a
fucking photo?
Oh my god. Oh my god, what the hell? Wow. Wow, meme worthy.
If you ever wanted to see me out of my comfort zone, this would be it.
She's gonna ask
We're talking
Robin
about women's
first.
fashion, and I don't know
Who you
doodly
dress
squat
for?
about that, but I do know about the psychology behind some of these things, and I'm certainly here to learn today. Women who choose to dress in more revealing ways say criticism is just slut shaming. And it's usually from an older generation with an even older fashion sense. So joining us is someone that has really become a good friend, Dr. Susie Denbo, who is an associate professor at Kent State University, who specializes in communication,
Wait, where does she
feminism,
live?
and gender. You say women
Gets
dressing
flied
in
out for this? Flew out to stay with
revealing
the Roosevelt?
attire is not at all about female empowerment.
My concern is when we talk about these things, there was a great comment in the audience from someone who was younger that said, you know, we should have the freedom to dress how we want. We should be able to choose that. Yep, we should. Unfortunately, we live in a world where we don't have that kind of equity right now. And so the empowerment is sort of, it's at the individual level. You get to make that
It's funny
individual
how early
choice.
in the morning.
Well, what
this
ends up
was.
happening is that you replicate the
I
same
like had not
little
slept.
stereotypes
Yeah.
about what it means to be an attractive woman.
I can't believe someone
and those
organically saw it.
stereotypes
It's like
really
I
are
never
derived from
watched.
those.
That's what I want for a minute. I want
Yeah.
people to like be in the doctor's office and be like,
Yeah.
Say your name and go ahead.
I'm JC. I had a situation actually back in July.
okay, purse
Was
your
on
lips
airplane.
more, Nicole.
And
Fucking relax.
I was bored.
I was so cold. I think that's just my cold face.
Inside working
It's
the
also
airport.
I'm trying not to
She
teeth
said,
chatter.
You don't know what to look
Jacket
like when you know
on
a
you,
camera's
can
on
you
you. Like
cover
this.
up?
This is what
Also
you're wearing,
true.
right?
Yeah,
I think
no,
I
sure.
could have like
So
soft
she's like,
smiled
okay,
if I
I'm gonna
wasn't
go
in
grab you a
pain
shirt.
from being cold.
Wow.
My nose, like
You
I'm
sit
cold.
here, you can't board the plane.
Did they say what they thought was going to happen if you got on with that on? Did they think there was
No,
going to
she's
be
like, you can't board the
a
plane.
riot or something?
Yeah, right? Like, I don't know.
Were you allowed to board?
Yeah, no one else had an issue with.
Okay, nobody had an issue with
No
that.
one else.
Good job, you're just stoic.
You
I look
always
like Miley
gravitate
Cyrus
towards
meme.
showing
But
the-
it's pretty.
Always. So actually that's an interesting point to say. I have always, because I remember being a child and wanting my shorts or my skirts to be shorter and my shorts to be tighter. It's like a look and a silhouette and the proportions of my body that I've always vibed with. And I think this conversation of desirability, there she is. This conversation of desirability at the top of this conversation.
She's laughing.
Also, I think the fashion girlies do dress for the girls and the gays.
I just don't like it being
Oh,
conflated
they
with
cut. I feel like
power,
there was an applause
because
there, but
being able
Definitely.
to dress half naked
God,
anywhere we want.
it's kind of
without
like
suffering any
hard to get that out. I'm
consequences, just
surprised
have
they
to
kept
do
that all.
context. All of a sudden, that is
okay,
gonna
that's
be-
my face, I guess.
No,
No, it's my, I'm doing like a duck lip face. I think it's literally I'm freezing. And I'm breathing really heavily in my nose.
Look at it.
You know, look at magazines, TV shows,
Right, the
movies.
media, yes, it
Okay, I'm
is.
glad I have another I don't know.
Let's be honest about what these clothing items do. They're sexually provocative and
She's wearing like a maiden shirt.
When
It's
it's
a
not for the
dress.
world purposely to
That's
see.
conservative.
Why should I have
It's
to
not
turn my
enough
head?
skin.
Why should a mother with her children out there in public have to try to avert their eyes from a
Amish
woman
top.
who's got her sexual parts out there?
Do you find that where you have to avert your eyes, offensive to your sensibilities?
I find it provocative, sexually provocative. I do.
That.
And that, and
Personally, I personally would wear that to Sunday brunch with my family. And I won't
No,
say my
that's-
family.
that's
Well,
totally
and I've already said that I have concerns with seeing young women running around in front of their families with this. I find it inappropriate.
Should you be fashion police for her?
Define
Should you
fashion police. I
Should
don't
you
tell anybody
determine
how to dress.
what she wears?
No, I don't believe in laws. I don't believe in me controlling what anybody else is wearing. What I'm talking about is what I would hope a discussion would lead to is I'm hoping for a return to societal norms of modesty, because I feel like this is disempowering to women.
Yes, what do you want to say?
We talk a lot
She
about
was
what
good.
it means to dress in a way that feels desirable and that feels attractive. And I think we've seen from all of the women that have spoken today that feeling desirable and feeling attractive does not come from external validation and what other people think, but it comes from a much more internal level. And there was something that was said about women being sexualized, and I 100% agree, women are over-sexualized. However, the solution to fixing that problem is not telling women to cover up, but telling everyone else to stop sexualizing women because of what they decide to wear.
Do you think women dress for themselves?
No, I don't.
Who do you dress for, Robin?
I dress for two people.
Captain, divided by.
Wait, where's the
Peaceful state.
What do I do?
Full plea.
This turn on? Wait, we were just saying, what was I gonna say? Oh, just funny that that I definitely am cast as the character of what was it? So some of these girls are like so maidenly dressed, and so they're saying, I didn't know, how is this provocative? But then I objectively am cast as the hoe who's like, oh, I knew. Oh, I know. So that's kind of funny. I'm gonna say something else when I don't know, when the woman was talking, it made me laugh.
The conservative woman?
Yeah, I don't know. Just silly. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Just more on that. I'm just imagining like Facebook watchers of the after show, Facebook commenters. I'm just a super hoe in this, so whatever.
Well,
That's
most
my
of
character.
Who was on Facebook probably sides with her.
For fucking sure.
Fun to read.
My photo is so provocative and suggestive, so I just imagine, not that I'm involved for sympathy, but that's the exact type of person that no one would have sympathy for, versus people would have sympathy for the Disney World. Oh my god, she didn't know. And for me, I'm like, you're gonna see this crotch. Yeah. So I'm like going off their Amber Rose clip, I'm like that, where she's going, I am dressing like a hoe, but I'm not necessarily doing it for men, but sometimes I am, which is fine, but other times I'm not. I'm still dressing the same either way.
There's levels to this.
there's levels. This was like a huge grouping of like all of these are such different like points in the web of this huge issue, and it's really too big of an issue to talk about for this short amount of time. And also we just kept coming back to like the topic of desirability. Who are you dressing for? It's like we never moved on from that.
I just don't know
So
why
that's
that matters. If
I know, and plus like people gave their answers, so it's like okay,
Because
and then we
they
kept
just-
talking about
they
it.
just want to prove you hoes are doing it for
Yeah,
money.
it's like
They
we
wanna
don't
fucking prove
believe
that theory.
even to the stylist woman. It's like we don't believe you're dressing for you. Like she had to say it a bunch and go, my clients want to dress for them. No, they don't.
But
It's
even
like
if you are dressing for men, who cares?
yeah, we couldn't move on from that. It's weird.
No, I don't. And I fall into this category too. It's not possible for us to make these
So-
individual choices outside of this process.
She was
Where do you
beautiful. I hope
guys-
I'm not like attacking her.
No.
If anything,
You know, I have to start
it's
by saying that I raised my daughters from a very
if anything, she's the perfect person to
perspective,
have an
especially
honest
around
combo with,
women's
because
autonomy
she's
and
seemingly
women's
brilliant
dress,
and like
right? And feel
probably
safe.
gonna
You know, this
I will
whole
mother the same
new-
way and
the
stuff.
dress
So
is
that's why
not
it's
yet
like a healing
the
combo
model.
for me, because I'm like,
When
you're
she
my
went
mom
off to
for sure.
college, and she lives in a sorority house, and
But they like
I'm
don't
not
interact the
worried.
whole time.
I
I'm
know I
like,
have a
is
set
this
of
her daughter?
worries.
It's
I
very
don't
confusing
worry
for
that
me.
she'll,
It's possible
do
it's not.
fentanyl or
And I
black
didn't
out
wanna
with her.
make
I
it
worry
Misspeak
that,
and like be like your
she
daughter.
that she will
So I
be
didn't,
assaulted,
but
that she will
I'm freezing.
from a black house back to a sorority and be hurt. I feel like I've created this, and I stay up at night worrying, is she gonna get home okay?
So
valid.
this
The
is
face
what
thing,
you're talking
yeah.
about is they may mean one thing,
You
but the
can't
reality
control.
is that women are living in a world that just doesn't match their intentions.
Yeah, and then we're putting too much on finding equity through sexual agency. And I like that how you
I
shared that.
get that,
story,
for sure.
And your daughter, you know, that was really nice to see those. I
He's
want to
not
be
her
very
daughter, there's
careful
no
that we
interaction.
never have a message that says what a woman is wearing means she's asking for it, because that is not true. But the reality is we do live in this world where we can't own. the
Promote
impact
a
of
great
messages
future.
and
Like
it
she's
might
just a
not be what
Debbie
we
fucking
intend.
Downer.
I think
Love
it's
her.
very apparent that we have a huge double standard. Like, the reality of it is, this entire conversation about how boys dress would never happen. I think we saw a video of a father, like, dressing a certain way to try to get his daughter to dress more age appropriate, whatever that means. And, I mean, everyone was laughing because it was hilarious to us that men would even be thought of as sexualized in that way. Like, it's just ridiculous to think, but for women, it's so normal. So I really, really think that the solution to all
I
of this
hope
is
that
training
girl's
boys
heterosexual
better
comment
and
would
not
be in here.
regulating
It's
what
just such a
women
cool
wear.
You had your
closer.
hand up just a second ago.
I love the mother-daughter story. I love this situation. I was raised by a mother who raised me with the mantra of it's not you, it's them. It's not you, it's them. You look beautiful. It's not you, it's them. At the end of the day, walk with groups if you're dressed scantily
I'm
clad
so cold, I swear.
and teach boys better. Like, this is just a conversation for boys.
They cut me down. I said more than that, which would have made me sound more intelligent, but
Clad. You also have to remember under the idea of safety is that creeps and predators
Stutters
are
McGee.
roaming around looking for women to victimize.
But creep
You have
and
to
predators
understand-
could do any age range. I think that should.
I'm not talking about, well, in general, there's creeps and predators roaming around looking for women to victimize, and when you attract creeps and predators, you attract creeps and predators.
But also that other girl speaks to that, where she says, I've been sexually
feel like
assaulted,
suddenly
I
no
was
one
wearing
has
a fucking
rules?
hoodie, like,
You also wonder
I
why
know,
it's
it's such a
seemingly
good
okay
sentiment.
for those who break.
It's always, I don't know, I think it's always different, and it's always like a little jarring
Well,
in the
I-
same way of your flipped face is. So I don't think
I don't recognize myself at all
when it's
in
flipped.
these. No.
Oh,
I feel like I look like a different person.
I think you look
So-
really pretty. I love your
Well,
eyebrows being bleached here. I think
Well,
they're
not
really
it's
cutie.
not that. It's just like I guess I never go from my right side, and they only did my right side. I'm like, who is that person?
Yeah.
But it's not something I have to get over.
yeah, I mean, this is like, I don't know. This is my face and everything. I'm like, yeah. I mean, but this is going to sound stupid, but it literally, you can't even imagine how cold it was. Negative. I really wonder, the men wearing turtlenecks and suits and sweaters were all saying, my teeth were chattering after the show. I'm like, your fucking teeth? I'm not wearing a shirt, basically. My shirt is made of holes. Oh my gosh, we were teeth chattering. It was so fucking cold, and they say that they do that on purpose so people won't fall asleep. And apparently there are stage managers. Oh yeah, you weren't there for that convo maybe. There's a stage manager with it sounds like a joke. I'm like, are you serious? With a pokey stick for people if they like fall asleep. Like an old man
In
will
the
be like,
audience?
yeah. I'm like, why is it such a thing? Why are they here? Why are they here if they were gonna fall asleep? It's not that long of a production, so it's not like they're there 3 hours.
It is early.
It's early, but old people love that shit. So
True,
I don't
they're
know.
up to fucking
I don't
fun
know.
anyway.
But yeah, it was like so cold that, again, doesn't sound that major of a situation. I seriously was like, I don't know how I will talk, and I want to be able to raise my hand, and I was like, it's going to take like warming up to get my words out, which is evident. So yeah, it was hard to talk. So I'm really proud of getting through that physical obstacle, because it was, I'm like, didn't know how I was going to
50
survive.
degrees for sure. Like,
I know, but I'm thinking like literally it might have felt like less, because why would the men in suits give a shit? I don't know. It's not like it was wind, so purely frozen. All right, what do we have here? I don't know. Oh,
If you want to give your
I'm
view,
playing both sides.
if you look at just that one thing,
totally.
then okay, you're looking at just that one thing.
She agrees, but is
if
going, be
you
realistic.
read
And it's like,
body
we don't want
language,
to,
if you
we want to
listen
set our
to
own
even a few
pace.
sentences
I don't
from
know,
somebody,
This is about changing the
then
way
you
things
begin
are
to
now.
pick
She's
up
She's
like,
like,
maybe
no,
we're
we're gonna
cues.
stay here because this is how it is.
Yeah.
But I get it. But
These
we're
are
gonna
two
get it.
very,
Yes,
very
exactly.
confident young
And
women.
we're like, we get,
they're
we're not blind to what is going on,
outspoken,
yet
they're
we're
very
saying we
up
want to not
speed
give a
on
fuck.
what's happening in this area, so you can't talk to them for even 5 minutes and not realize that
I completely agree.
these are intelligent, dialed-in women. So it doesn't take very long to get.
But that's what we're doing on this show. The reality is that and I'm not surprised by any of that. Of course, I knew everyone was going to be intelligent and well-spoken about this. It's that there's so much research about young women that only see these messages constantly replicated and reproduced, mostly through social media, because it is so impactful right now. There's research that shows that it's directly correlated to low self-esteem, increase in eating disorders, even suicidal ideation. And so that's the part that really troubles me, is that
So
thinking
maybe
about
that's the
that.
conversation that we should be having with our children and our teens versus.
We can, but also just don't call some of this stuff empowerment and feminist
But
empowerment.
if one woman is empowered by it,
because
she's allowed to
their
say
own research
it's empowerment.
Yes,
Like,
they validate
shows
that.
that even young girls, particularly 11 to 13, come away with poor body image and poor self-image and a degree of depression
valid,
when they
but
spend time
anything
on Instagram,
online
and it's because of
is
comparison.
triggering and can
Yes,
You know, they're
yes.
comparing
make you
themselves
self-conscious.
to what are
other people's
oftentimes
career
things are
accomplishments and highlight
certainly
reels and them
homes
traveling and
sometimes
being
after
rich
taking
and
3 or
owning
400
cars like
pictures before
can make
one
you
is
depressed.
posted.
So
It's
one of a
faulty
bunch
image.
of options, I feel
And
like.
of course they don't.
Families that talk about that. We want media literacy
And it
in
also
schools.
goes to show that.
Why is she such a hater? We want it, but we'll never get it. That's her
It's about the
vibe.
quest for attention.
Of course we
It's about
want
the quest
that.
to make themselves feel
She's
better
like a
about
realist.
themselves through
Yeah.
their body image. And I'm
To a
loving the
fault.
trend on Instagram where I see this is my body before and this is my body 10 seconds later after I let things hang out. So
Notice-
that's good to see.
Love seeing
Every-
that too.
yeah,
I think
we
that's
all
really
love seeing
empowering.
that.
I think
Yeah.
obviously we need to see that too.
Okay,
Yeah.
well look, we're out of time here. Coming up, my next guests are engaged, but they say I helped bring them even closer together. I've never
we
met
didn't
them,
see
so
that. Oh,
how
yeah.
did that happen? We'll find out next.
Yeah, I don't know.
Attention seekers.
Leanne's reading the hater comments on Facebook.
All attention seekers. It's about the followers they can get on social media. Who are these couple of look at me ladies on the stage are trying to fool?
totally about us.
The least attractive women show the most unattractive versions of themselves. Wallace Simpson said, "I'm not pretty, but I can dress well." What does that mean?
That's one comment?
Yeah. They're saying a quote.
A jealous hater. I don't know.
Um,
Not of
no,
the way
asking for
we
trouble.
look, but
a lot of crazy people in this world. Women are lying to themselves. This is sad. Yeah, what we expected.
Today on an all-new.
I think there's 2 videos. Let me look.
dang, there was a girl in the audience who crushed it. She wasn't mic'd or anything, and she got past the mic at the end, and because she raised her hand, she just crushed it. She's like, first and foremost, this is a very heteronormative conversation. We're talking about desirability. Women dress for men. Women dress for men. Like, this is an hour of women dress for men. And she's like, what about girls who are not interested in men, first of all?
Yeah.
So she brought some light to that, which was much needed and refreshing. I wish that was on the main show. And then she also just was like, I have been sexually assaulted. I wasn't wearing revealing clothing. So where's your argument when I tell you that? And then also she said, she was just like fucking bar for bar. She also said, I have body dysmorphia issues. I have self-harm marks and scars on my body. When I take a nude photo or when I show my body and take a photo, it's speaking to that life experience. Again, it's not so a man can look at my thigh. She just like killed it and was so succinct. She was great. It's a bummer if that exists nowhere. It's a bummer for her and it's a bummer for the world.
Okay, this is a good one from a fan. I see a lot of insecurities in women that think it's anyone's business how a person dresses. Don't like it, move along. You are not paying the bills nor the clothing. Get a life. This is really irrelevant and does not affect anyone in any way. You are causing the issue. A woman is not an object and have the power to do what they wish.
But then if we were on the show, someone would intervene and it would go back to a conversation of objectification. Women are not an object. Yes, they are. And we like wouldn't be able to escape that merry-go-round again.
California teacher whose story was turned into a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
More haters.
Of course, more haters. And again, like I've said the whole time, I think after we filmed and now and throughout, you can only say so much and it's very condensed and like it's a very multifaceted topic. So I definitely feel like typecast for, and like I feel like I'm a very one-sided perspective. Like there was a hater comment that was like, I think the fashion girlies aren't understanding and stuff. So I'm like a fashion girly. I get it. So it's just interesting. It's like media problems that just like you know, I understand why people are scared to do interviews, celebrities and stuff like that, because they're scared their words are going to get misconstrued and that people are going to cherry pick what they want out of it. So I do feel like I have more views than just what was selected, and also like I know how I'm coming across. So whatever, just like a little self-conscious of that, but overall still first and foremost a hilarious experience, and that's just the only thing that matters.
That's why we did it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Just for the legendariness. I will just say, like, it is a vibe to have done my first talk show. That's cool. I'm always grateful for opportunities to have to roll with the punches. And my work on camera has been that. It's been improv, it's been unscripted and genuine and reactive. Live basically is just the word. It's like unpredictable live format, so it just makes me sharper, and I really love those challenges because I think it's my destiny to equip myself in that territory.